Franklin was far from that kid who was introduced to us. We just have to be honest with ourselves. Like, Franklin began that transition to get away from that innocent kid, I would say season 3. And I understand that he didn't purposely murder Kevin, but he murdered Kevin. And that's the reality. He murdered Kevin. But that's not when the transition started. The transition started in prison. If you all remember, when he goes to prison, he gets into it with the Mexicans, he gets into it with Ray Ray and his boys, and he gets beat up. After he gets beat up, his mother comes to visit him, and she sees him all bruised and bloody, and she begins to break down. What does he do? His father is there, and he begins to cuss at, basically essentially his parents, get her the hell up out of here. And I understand that from a survival instinct. Like, you can't have that. You can't have your mother breaking down, because especially if you're a mother's boy, that's going to break you down. But you're in an environment to where you can't show those emotions because you're already getting beat up. But 2, people want to think you're softer than what they already think you are. And they already think you soft. So he can't have that. But when you see that, when you see him cussing at his parents, you see him essentially cussing at his mom, that's not the Franklin that we once knew. This is a different kid. He's telling his father, get the F up out of here. I can't have this. Next prison visit, it's his uncle and his best friend. His best friend sees him bruised and bloody, and he has a different reaction to his mother. He gives him tips on how to change the narrative of what he is and who he is in that prison. Following that, he goes back into the dorm, beats up the dude who took his shoes, goes to Rary and tell them, y'all put another hand on me, we're going after your family. That is a shift. That is a transition that Franklin say. He's no longer that mama's boy that y'all once knew. He's now transitioning into the Franklin who we knew and loved in season 6. And there's nothing wrong with the new Franklin. But we have to always remember that Franklin that we once knew was not the same Franklin. This Franklin is a damn demon, quite frankly.